Okay guys, just thought to video this one for you. Whether it's going to become a common problem, I don't know. But basically we've got 2011 Freelander 2, and the customer's complaint was car was fine one day, he's parked it up, he come out the next morning, started the car up perfectly normal, and before he's got to the end of the drive, the ABS, traction, hill descent lights, basically all the brake warning lights are on. Car drove okay, just all the warning lights on. So obviously I've done initial checks on it, and there was two very not strange but unusual faults, never come across before. And I was only saying to Steve Norman that Freelander 2, I don't think I've ever looked at one for ABS problem. It's one part of the systems that seem to be reliable. But this particular one, the two faults in question was C0004 and C0082. The 0082 was something like internal software compatibility problem, and C0004 was something like internal failure. I suppose the clues were, well, the descriptions of the fault codes were pretty damning, which basically pointed towards an internal failure on the hydraulic control unit. I went through basically reloading the software, doing all the initializations, and it basically failed. It didn't make any difference, the faults remained. So on that was good enough for me. Obviously, well, I rephrase that. One thing I did do before he ordered the module, I did just check powers and grounds, and they are all correct. It is a Teves unit. Like I said, I didn't even know whether this would be Teves or Bosch, but once I went to the control unit multi-plug, I knew it was a Teves module. So the module in question is that. It looks like a Teves MK60 variant. Doesn't actually say, just says brake control unit. Okay. Location wise, if we just go to the front of the car. So location wise, you have to remove the battery and the lower battery tray. Obviously the module's down there. So one thing to bear in mind, because obviously Freelander 2 is heavily Ford engineered, parking the ABS module is part of the immobilizer. It looks at the VIN and the serial number of the units. So if you replace the module, the car won't start. So you have to carry out new module installation, and basically the security, two things happen when you install the new module, all done on SDD. I've now completed this, and you can see it all ticks, everything's good. And basically all it does is it learns the VIN number. I would imagine that's probably a write once thing. I'm not 100% on that, but I would think you probably couldn't use the second-hand one. I think once the modules have the VIN written to it, it's probably the end of it. As regarding using SDD, there may be other tools out there that would erase the VIN. So you do the VIN learn. It then writes the ABS serial number into the engine control unit, and then it just does all the lateral acceleration, longitudinal acceleration, brake pressure, calibrations, and that's it, job done. So apart from the physical fitting and the bleeding of the brakes, the programming side is 10 minutes tops, and it's all done. Doesn't need to go online. So that's it. That's like I say, maybe a start of something common that's going to start happening on them. I don't know, but it's the first failure that I've ever seen on a Freelander 2.